Hey, babe.
Hmm?
When is your mom coming to visit?
She's coming in December 15th.
Oh, on December 15th.
Hmm?
And when is she going back?
She's going back on April.
Oh, in April.
Huh?
Wow. These prepositions can be very confusing. Don't you hate them? I'm pretty sure you do, but unfortunately, you have to be able to use them correctly in English to be able to communicate. So, I'm here to help you understand when and how to use in, at, and on with time expressions. So if you're ready, let's jump right into it. What I'm going to do first is to give you a pre-test. I have 10 questions and I want you to fill in the blank with in, at, or on. And then I will give you the same test after I explain the lesson. And then we'll see, how many you got correct the first time, and then how many you will get correct the second time. Then you can compare and see how much you learned. Pause the video, try the test, and then we'll start the lesson in a minute. All right, we are going to begin with preposition in. When do we use in? There are 5 different ways to use in with time expressions. Number 1, we use in with years. For example, I was born in 2014. 2014 is a year, so we use in. Another example, she graduated from high school in 2020. Again, 2020 is a year, so we use in. Number 2, with months. For example, my father-in-law will come visit in March. Another example, my daughter will graduate in December. So March and December are months. So we use in. Number 3, with a period of the day. For example, I will see a movie in the evening. Another example, can we meet early in the morning? Morning, again, is this very specific time of the day. So we use in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon. Number 4, we use in with a longer period of time. Like when you say 2 weeks, 10 years, we use in for those. For example, I will see you again in 2 weeks. Another example, I haven't seen you in many years. Again, many years. That's a very long period of time. So we use in for that. Number 5, with seasons. We use in with seasons. For example, I won't take any classes in summer. Summer, that's a season. So in summer. Another example, in winter, I love drinking hot chocolate. Delicious. So as you can see, summer, winter, autumn, fall, all of these are seasons. So we use in with seasons. Okay, so these are the 5 ways we use in. Now let's move on to how to use on. We use on in 4 different ways. Number 1, with specific days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we use on. See you on Monday. That's an example. Another example, I have a test on Tuesday. Tuesday, that's a day of the week. Number two, we use on with specific dates. Specific dates mean you have the month and then you have the day all together. So when I say July 4th or August 20th, these are specific dates. She was born on May 12th. Number three, we use on with holidays. So holidays can be Christmas, New Year, Independence Day, Thanksgiving. These are holidays. We use on with holidays. For example, the whole family will meet on Christmas Day. So Christmas Day is a holiday. Another example, there will be a lot of fireworks on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is a holiday. Number four, we use on with special occasions. Now, special occasions can be your graduation day. It could be your anniversary, could be your birthday. So let me give you two examples. We will have a party on my graduation day. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate. I received many gifts on my birthday. So, as you see, these are the four different ways we use on with time expressions. Now, let's move on to our final preposition, which is at. We use at in three different ways. Number one, with specific times on the clock. For example, the game is at 11 o'clock or 11 a.m. Another example, I saw her yesterday at 11 p.m. So these are specific times on the clock at 11, at 10, at 9, and so on. Anything that is specific time on the clock, we use at. Number two, we use at with specific times of the day. For example, we usually have lunch at noon. At noon. That's a very specific time of the day. At noon. At 12 o'clock. Another example, at midnight, I will wake up to study for my exam. At midnight. Again, that's a very specific time of the day. Number three. Number three is a little closer to number two. So what you need to know is that we use at anytime we use noon or night or midnight. Noon, night, midnight, we use at. Just remember that. For example, I prefer watching movies at night. Another example, I usually have lunch at noon. So at night, at noon, at midnight. Just try to remember those three. Use at with all these three words all the time. So there you have it. These are the ways we use in, at, and on. But before we move on, I have some very important notes to share with you when not to use any of these three prepositions. Ready? Please do not use any preposition when you have the word next to the word. So for example, if I say next Monday, next year, next week, please don't use any prepositions. So for example, don't say, I will see you on next Monday. You don't need on there because of next. So the correct sentence will be, I will see you next Monday. Or don't say, my presentation will be in next April. Again, because of next, you don't use in. So my presentation will be next April. You don't need to put any preposition there. So just remember, anytime we use next with a word, do not use any preposition. Now, before we move on to the exercise I gave you, I want to give you a real life practice so you understand and you see how these prepositions can be used in real context. So, when is your mom coming to visit?
She's coming on Tuesday and she will land at 10 a.m.
Great. So, after we pick her up, we can have lunch at noon and then we'll take her to the mall in the afternoon.
Sounds good. On the weekend, we can take her to a concert.
Excellent. So, what time does the concert begin?
Oh, it begins at 7 p.m.
Very good. So, on New Year's Eve, we'll take her to watch the fireworks.
Sounds good. She will leave on January 15th and return sometime in July to attend our wedding anniversary.
Very good. So, here we go. Now, this is the exact same test I gave you at the beginning. Now you can pause the video one more time and try it again and compare your answers and see if you made any improvement. Now I'm going to show you the answers and then you can compare with your answers and see how many you got correct. I hope this helps you understand when and how to use in, at, and on with time expressions. Next time, I will teach you how to use these same prepositions with places, which is totally different. If you like this video and you think you learned something new, please do not forget to subscribe, to give the video a thumb up, and then make sure you don't miss any of our videos. Thank you for watching and see you next time.